Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We've got our second and final game of the night for today's season. What? For today's Summit 2 by G2A.com SCA coverage. Blaze is laughing at me, boys. It's a disaster. It's a massacre. They're all dead except Blaze and myself. We've got Zephyr versus Invasion. Blaze, baby, how you feeling?
I am feeling good. We had a great game 1, and jumping into game 2 here, it's a very interesting combination of players here. I mean, Zephyr, we've all been on the hype train. That trade kind of crashed and then got back on the rails. We've been up and down with these boys, but we're still big fans of them no matter how it comes down to it. Zephyr Dota, they went to South Korea a long while back to really make their mark from the Western scene, the West Wind as it is, and now they've actually kind of swapped the roster a little bit. They benched Purge for Merlini, and then Bambo and Merlini ended up going back to the States, and it's going to be Slicks, potentially solo mid, not sure exactly how the roles are figuring out, and then Purge is going to be playing. Now, X-Freedom, as you mentioned to me, is going to be running on their roster more consistently, but not available today. He vanished like Riki, and we'll be seeing Purge fill in instead, although he has been traveling a lot and maybe a little rusty.
Yeah, certainly so. Purge is not really on the official roster right now. I actually got to cast with him last week during his stint in America. And, yeah, he certainly has been playing a bit. You know, he's a Dota guy, but has not been practicing with the team. So we'll see how it works out. It will be fun to see Slicks. I have absolutely no ideas about the roles here, though, Blaze. It could be anything. They were rotating around a lot when they had Merlini, so the sky's the limit here in this one, and they'll have their work cut out for them up against Invasion. Looking at these... Oh, go ahead. What's that?
Yeah, I imagine Slicks and Corey and Blitz will be playing the core roles. Aosin and Purge are still really good support duo, so I would have to say that Blitz is more confident in a core role. I'm just not sure who takes the mid, who takes the off lane there. So maybe getting some flexible heroes that still get to make the plays happen. Like the Centaur is a good off laner to still get very involved.
So looking into these picks here, the Earthshaker and Morphling, the first two grabbed by Zephyr. Invasion will pick up the Razor, Mr. Lightning Revenant, and they grab the Ancient Apparition. Not a bad hero, just in general to kind of deal with the Morphling, but none of these picks really too crazy. Centaur Venge now for Zephyr, so their draft kind of coming together. Quite a few stuns and some good setup for that in Morphling. Venge, Earthshaker, Morphling, Tri-Lane could be quite potent, but there's your Rubik, and Invasion will kind of stick to what they know to some degree.
Yeah, most definitely. I like the opener of picking up Corey's hero earlier on. The Morphling hero is going to guarantee that they can build their lineup well around this hero. The problem is they've already just given away two major counter picks. In the first phase, Ancient Apparition was the obvious pick because obviously you can disable Morph with the Ice Blast or actually make Strength Morph be more detrimental than beneficial for the Ice Blast duration. But they also let the Rubik slip through. They didn't ban him out in the second phase. They banned Void and Ember Spirit, feeling those core heroes would be more impactful. Definitely are very popular in the Korean scene, and obviously we saw what FCFC's Ember Spirit can do in that last game, but I really feel Rubik is one of those incredible heroes against Morphling, not only being able to get the instant initiation that might be able to set up some kills, but also just actually having the chance to steal the Morph toggle. So Corey's going to have to be very careful about using his defensive ability in the face of Rubik, trying to make sure that he doesn't get to tank up as well.
Yep, Rubik does not care so much for armor. He'll be happy to steal that Morph strength and give away all that agility to really beef up and become that tanky Grand Magus that we don't really know so well. He's not really known for his survivability, but against the Morphling certainly can be. Also love that support duo, the Rubik, the Ancient Apparition. You can telekinesis, get some cold feet going on, and, well, that can often turn into a stun and maybe set up a kill for whoever they've got carrying away in the safe lane. But Zephyr Dota, that'll be a Queen of Pain final pick. One we don't see too much.
No, I only saw a little bit of Slick's play when he was in Han before transitioning over to Dota. Did he play much Ratchet Tag there?
Oh boy, really testing my memory here, Blaze. Going way back. I think he'd been known to play Hag a time or two. Slicks was much more of the one player. Forsaken
Okay.
Archer is the one that really comes to mind. Silhouette and just some of those really strong mobile kind
Okay,
of
but
farming carries.
yeah, but they have a lot of mobility. They bring a lot of like quick burst play. So I think there's still a very similar vein of thought there. And obviously he's just an experienced and accomplished player overall. So I could really see Slicks picking up this Queen of Pain, a Blitz offlaning at least for this round on the Centaur, and them being able to collaborate really well. Like they've got great disables from Berserker Centaur and Venge, and they've got amazing magic damage follow through from Morph and Queen of Pain. So the big issue I see here is that Invasion just have I think the easier solo pick-off combo. You go Lasso plus Ice Blast, you kill anyone, and Corey's no exception to that on the Morphling. So I think there's a lot of value in both sides' drafts, but as far as late game, I still have to give that advantage to Zephyr. So they're going to just look to farm, spread the map, give Corey his space, and see what they can accomplish towards the mid to late game with him.
Yeah, so it will be Slicks to take point on the Quap, and I know he's been playing a lot of Dota. He's quit Han quite a while ago, but she is one hero that is sort of a weird difference, where there's a lot of heroes that were direct ports from Dota to Han, and Quap to Hag isn't quite one of them. The big difference is the Hag ultimate was way better. It was the same thing, except it put a debuff of Shadow Strike on every target hit by it. And she was one of those heroes that I played a lot of Hag and Han, and that like faster engine I think made that hero like just ridiculous. And Quap she feels slow. She's got that slow turn rate relative to Hag. I mean, so
Yeah.
I'm sure Slicks is a practiced hand, but it'll be interesting to see him on this hero. Partially because we don't see her so much. She's just in an odd place right now, where she does a lot of magic damage, but once you get BKBs, it's kind of like, well, who cares about the Quap?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely see her filling a role if she can farm quickly. So it's just like using the AoE abilities, should be able to flash farm waves and maybe get a couple of kills, but it's going to be on the back of Perchiniason.
Blitz. He's in trouble. He gets telekinesed. He's getting linked. The Razors. He's going to give him the whips. It's the first blood.
Ooh.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Zephyr. Oh. Man, that sucks.
That is a bad way to start off the game there, but it does happen. Blitz is going to go for the Stout Shield start instead of the Boots of Speed. He's actually got 10 tangos and a sad, so if they can't bring him from 100 to 0, he should be able to sustain well in the lane, but as we see, they're fully capable of that even as early as level 1 if they get the full array of initiation on him. But we're going to see a flank to gank here. If they can go through the tree lines here and get Blitz off guard again, this would be absolutely immense. A double damage rune, the Chilling Touch is coming back online. If they caught him off guard, that would be just crazy good. But at least for now, even without the fact that the Dire Observer wards are non-existent in the bottom half of the map, they're still going to be making their rotation to try to help out on the mid lane. And actually, with Slick skilling up Shadow Strike early, he's going to take some real harassment from this TK.
Uh-oh, the double damage on Rubik can do a lot. Quap very squishy early on. Is this going to be another kill? He has absolutely no way to get out. One more auto attack. It's a breathe fire. Oh, wow. Zephyr starting off in pretty much the worst way possible.
The boots first on this Rubik, absolutely insane. Essentially just setting up those 2 kill opportunities, and yeah, it gets worse from here. I mean, okay, he's just created so much opportunity on both of his bottom and mid lanes, and it's only going to be the top lane that Zephyr actually able to win out in. Now, Ghost has some potential here on the Bat Rider to get experience, but in barring some crazy misplays, he's not going to be actually having much stake in the lane. He's just going to go ahead and move forward, occasionally get Fisher to have to Firefly over that, but eventually he'll make his way to the jungle, and perhaps sooner rather than later. He actually is going back to the bottom of the map with only level 1, so 1 point in Sticky Napalm can clear out an easy camp with that for about like 80 mana, but I don't see him actually clearing out the camps other than just stacks right now.
Yeah, and it looks like he will do that. That's part of one of the changes to Bat Rider a couple patches ago, where you just can't level 1 jungle so much anymore. You really need that level 2, and he will. Is he going to whiff this stack? Okay, maybe not. He just pulled it a little bit early. Uh-oh, down bottom, Blaze. Telekinesis is going to be another kill on the Centaur. Does some damage before he goes down, but they find the kill there as that stack we're looking at will end up being successful. So that'll make it a quick 3-0. And Invasion off to the races here, Blaze.
Yep, getting the Sun combo, TK, and Cold Feet. He's going to be able to move nicely there. That's going to be a nice rune block from Aeacid. And Ketchikemba's in an awkward position here. A nice Fisher block completely takes away his escape route, but Slicks isn't in a position to jump. If he was there with the Shadow Strike and Ghost wasn't, then there's some real kill potential there. But as it stands, Ghost has got his back. He gets his level 2, and maybe now he can start looking at the jungle. Even at level 2, it's really damn slow with the just 1 point of Firefly, 1 point of Napalm, but it is possible if you focus enough stacks of Sticky Napalm. So he'll stack once more, and I think he'll invest a lot of mana to bringing this one down and building up his level pool. At least for now, yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting he didn't block the pole camp here. I put the ward down, and there are no sentries to try and deal with it. And if he had blocked the ward or the pole camp, Creeps probably would have shoved into his tower, and he would have been okay to kind of move back in here. Aosin, oh, he'll miss the double pull. So, well, maybe that these Creeps will start to push up, and once they get into tower range, that's where Ghost can find himself some of that valuable experience as he heads back to lane. But has a nice stack here. Stacking up the stickies, and he'll find a good bit of experience off this as Blaze. It's going to be another Centaur sandwich. Big Brad, he's in trouble. He'll get cold-footed. He's got 4 feet, and when they get cold, you get stuck. That's a telekinesis back. Razor's going to give him the whips, and Blaze, oh, dare I say it, Blaze, he's on the feed train.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate, but this is just what happens when you're desperate for experience, when you're trying to make that happen. Then we are going to see another double pull fail, so the waves will push out. If he TPs or if he just gets a quick run to the bottom lane, he will get some nice experience out of this, but the damage is already done. I mean, FCFC is going to go for the early mechanism, and he's going to have it insanely quickly based on the progression that he's gotten this 2-0 early start. But yeah, I guess we're going to see a nice flank gank come out from Purge and Aosin, though. They're going to go up to see Ghost. He's trying to meet the wave as well, try to get that nice experience. But if they're able to get the chain stun off, they do have a lot of magic damage they can throw out.
He's already moved into the tree line, not going to find the opening, and it'll be a bit of a wasted rotation. Batrider still going to find some okay experience out of this, at least gets his level 4, has Tranquil Boots up, and the pooling for the Blink Dagger begins. As down in the bottom lane, Invasion now moving into the tier 1 tower. Gets down to about half health, and Blitz, he gets jumped on again. The cold feet, it won't proc this time, but still gets telekinesed back into the plasma field. Razor ready to hit him with a whip, so that'll be another kill. But the TP rotation, ADRT, he's going to live, and oh my bloody Lanta. It's a 3 for nothing. ADTR lives. And they get the tower.
Slicks gets a 1v1 kill. He gets a solo kill, puts the point on the board, just barely lives with like 30 HP. If that was the other way around, then there would be nothing going the way of Zephyr, but at least that's a small recompense as he gets that kill. We'll have to back very shortly before he gets clipped by a single spell, but yeah, losing the tower, trying to rotate to save Blitz life, and oh my gosh, it's in jeopardy once more. The cold feet is going to proc, and Razor's going to bring him down. Oh, this is just devastating to watch. They can't get anything out of this. FCFC in that last exchange was able to drain so much damage. The reinforcements were just lambs to the slaughter, and along with that, he didn't even get his double edge off. Like, I feel like this is a ship they should have abandoned a long while back, and instead they're just sending more people to fill the lifeboats. This is really bad.
Let's just give a moment of silence for the Centaur. He was so brave, he was so big, and he's so dead. Look, he has all this regeneration. He was ready for a tough lane, but it's just like the treant. You know, you put living armor on trees, and it's kind of nice, but if they have flash pushing, it doesn't really matter. It's kind of the same deal. They've got the flash damage. Ghost up top, he gets a magic missile, but Purge, oh, you poor baby, he's going to be in trouble. Bench. He's going to burn down. It's going to be a dead bench. Oh.
Level 2 versus level 5. It's just not a fight you can take. This is awkward. We're going to see a mid lane on another actually really good kill combo from Slicks here. He gets the kill on the Dragon Knight and the Rubik before going down. So although Rubik does end his killing spree, Slicks is the one that gets all the experience. He actually benefits a ton from that exchange. 470 gold, 880 experience, and only his ultimate committed. He is the one that's keeping them in the game. That and Corey's Midas.
Yeah. Fast Midas on the Morphling. They actually do have the top 2 last hitters, but that's partially because Invasion have just been busy killing heroes. All that last hitting not making up for the difference in these hero kills. In that early tier 1 tower down bottom, about 3,000 gold, 1,200 experience in the favor of Invasion here at the 7-minute mark. So Batrider, 1,600 gold on him. Needless to say, he's looking at a very well-timed Blink Dagger here. The Dragon Knight's the one that's really found himself in Strug City. Slicks gave Ketchikimba a whomping here in the mid lane, but they will get the tier 1 tower, and that double damage rune makes things a little easier as we'll see another rotation rocking around the jungle. Uh-oh, Purge, he's going to walk right into it. They'll put a ward on the high ground, gets telekinesed. Razor takes his damage, hits him with the whips, and they get another one. Now Aosin, he's on the run, but will he live? Yeah, he will. FCFC not going to die for it. But the onslaught continues here, Blaze.
Yeah, they're just going to pop the DD rune, the Elder Dragon form, and use the mechanism as needed to try to push down on this tier 2 tower. And there's very little Zephyr can do. If you actually move over on your graph over to hero level, that's a pretty big picture of how the game is right now. You've got a level 2 and level 3 Venge and Earthshaker. You've got a level 4 Centaur up against supports, and then you've got 2 major core heroes that are at the top of the charts. Like, it's really just, they have 2 people carrying the game and 3 people falling apart, and if they get this kill on Queen of Pain, I don't know how they get back into this game, but he will be able to blink out, and I don't think the flank is going to come well enough from FCFC. So yeah, in the end, the tower does fall down bottom. Slicks still trying to really carry his weight here. Won't find a regen rune, but at the very least should not find death here as he blinks away.
Yeah, Slicks has some powered treads, about 1,200 gold. He's doing okay. Net worth-wise, he's number 3, Morphling number 2, but Razor has the mech already. It's an 8-minute mech here, Blaze, and I guess that's to kind of be expected when Razor's 5-0-2 and grabbed 3 tower kills at this stage of the game, but still, the mech timing is just ridiculous here. He's going to have phase boots delivered now.
Yeah. He had the mech at like 6.5 to 7. It was absolutely absurd, and he was actually using it in the push in the mid lane, tier 1 and tier 2. But we'll see them trying to make a big play happen. This is what you got to do. When you're behind, just smoke it out, find an opportunity, and we're going to see Slicks leading the charge with his Sonic Wave. We're going to see Purge going for the stun on Ketchikambo.
Here we go. Ketchik taking the damage, but OK is here. Telekinesis Slicks, so he can't get off the easy Sonic Wave. Ketchik on the run, no bottle charges, and now he should go down. Slicks will find that one, and they get a little pick-me-up there. Okay, not too many places to go, no tower to run to, but FCFZ comes in onto Slicks, steals as much damage as he can, gets a solid 28, and the rest of Zephyr will be on the defensive. So they get a good 800 gold swing from that one, is up in the top lane. ADTR almost gets dove on by Corey, but now we'll be able to make it back to safety. So Morphling, Power Treads, Midas, Basilius. Is this farming tool on the Morphling going to be enough, Blaze? I mean, the gold lead is not insurmountable.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay. Right now, the Centaur is able to jungle to level 6. Corey is moving forward, but he still is always at risk of just shattering from this Ancient Apparition. Like, he has to play his stats so damn carefully, and actually, they're going to just go for the combo here. He's Strength Morphing, but he gets hit by the Ice Blast, and he's still Strength Morphing. If you get hit by the Ice Blast and you continue Strength Morphing, you're only killing yourself quicker, because you don't gain any current HP, but you also increase your max HP pool. So you're just dying that much more rapidly, and I don't see, I mean, that's, the toggle doesn't matter in that case because he just had 3 people on him and there's no way he gets out, but that's the problem, is you're building up your golden experience, and with 6.82 you're just kind of feeding it right back the other way if you're not extremely careful about positioning and stats constantly. And with this early Blink Dagger on the Bat Rider, this early level 6 on Ancient Apparition, like, Invasion are able to capitalize on the hand of Midas as much as Corey is.
Yeah. It's getting dirty pretty quick, Blaze, as they're grouping up more, looking for a team fight and ready to take out some more towers. Zephyr kind of needed this Centaur to have a Blink Dagger at a decent timing to be able to take fights and defend these tier 1 towers, and they just don't have it. Blitz is at about 900 gold, so still pretty far off, though I guess an okay recovery given how he started. But Invasion continuing to siege. They still have an Elder Dragon form. All of their ultimates available except that of the Lasso, which will be coming up here in about 20 seconds as Bat Rider gets a couple of bottle charges. Has his Blink Dagger, of course, and well on his way to that Force Staff. And we'll see some action break out as Zephyr actually want to make a hold here. This could be a pretty big 5v5 engagement. Remember, the mech versus no mech advantage is the big deal breaker, and they'll find an illusion. It's the replicate. And only a telekinesis burn, but now the real one. They'll find him with the lasso. There's your Stampede from Blitz, the counter initiation. Ghost taking a lot of damage. They'll find the kill on the Centaur as well as the Venge. Now the Morphling goes down. All 5 still alive. The power of the mechanism. As Aosin on the run, he gets chopped down, whipped to death, and Slicks with a haste rune. The lone survivor. Well, that'll be a 4-0, and woo, Slicks will be able to survive, but eek, that's going to be a big gold swing.
Yeah, I mean, the Morphling has died twice in a row now. Like, he had great free farm at first, but the other 2 lanes were succeeding just so substantially. I mean, well, I guess the mid lane kind of went to Slicks a little bit later on, but at first, at least, they got the kill on Queen of Pain at level 1. But now that the momentum has shifted so that everything that Invasion were able to take out of the bottom lane transitions up top here, and I honestly don't think you can draft a Morphling without an Ancient Apparition ban immediately following or preceding that pickup, and we see it here. Every time he gets hit by the Ice Blast and every time he falls, and you can't carry the game like this. You just can't. I mean, maybe if they can drag this out like 20 more minutes, they'll be back in the game, but it's like all on Slick's shoulders to hit level 11 and just like take everybody down to half HP in order to win a fight.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Quap is not a hero that scales all that well. Slicks is still finding a lot of farm. He's got 63 last hits, still up there. Not quite with the Morphling, who's #1, but top of the charts and #2 on net worth overall. The problem is, what's Slicks going to do with this farm? Where does he go from here? Can't really go anything too defensive. Maybe we'll move into something like an Orchid, but, ooh, bottom lane. Blitz. Uses the Stampede defensively, still caught inside of the lasso, pulled back with the Force Staff. Razor connects with his Link, will chase him down, and Blitz, he's losing damage. Razor's getting at a beautiful flame break to knock him back, and that'll be another kill on the Centaur. Takes Blitz to 0-7-0 as FZFZ picks up the godlike streak.
Yeah, this really sounds like something that people will flame about, but I honestly think that Slicks, he's going to go for the Aghanim Scepter here, but I think he should be just massing Sentry Wards. They're about to go up against a Shadowblade Dragonite that's going to set up kill after kill after kill, and the supports cannot bear that weight. Purge doesn't have any gold to spare. Aosin's trying to go for the Blink Dagger. I honestly think Geometry Sight or Mass Sentry Wards is what Slicks needs to contribute to his team if they're going to stay in this game at all. The Aghanim Scepter is great. For playing defensively, you can just kind of clear out every single approaching wave with this short cooldown ultimate, but as it stands right now, they're not losing to push. They're losing to just feeding their lives away. 17 deaths now, and if they don't get those Sentry Wards up, then we're going to see the Shadowblade just tear Zephyr apart. Corey won't be able to farm anywhere safe, and I mean, the Batrider Lasso is one thing, but having your initiation be on the Shadowblade cooldown is suddenly making it impossible for Zephyr to rebound.
Yeah, looks like Corey is going to move into a Lincoln's, grabs himself the Ring of Health there, so working on the Perseverance. Blitz still trying to get that Blink Dagger, and there will be a little double stack. He'll chop down these stinky mud golems, and he'll actually be kind of close here. Sharing is caring as Purge helps him out, and about 500 gold away. Will be a decent item pickup for Zephyr. Maybe they can regain some momentum in these fights, but still have that same issue as we saw in the last one. Blitz got an okay initiation, but he's just so damn squishy that even if he gets in, connects with his combo, they can just turn and drop the hammer on him, and there's not much he can do to survive. Morphling with the defensive Lincolns, I don't think it's a bad choice here. It's just this game could very well be over before he even completes the Lincolns, let alone grabs another core item that really lets him do a lot of damage. Uh-oh, we lost Blaze on Skype. Hopefully we can get him back here, but fight may break out in the meantime. They ping out Slicks down bottom. He's got a Haste Rune on. Won't be the easiest gank, and see if we can get our co-caster back. Come on, Blaze, good buddy, don't let me down. Uh-oh, Lasso. It'll be out onto Purge. They'll find a freebie on the Vengeful Spirit. Only level 5, not even another swap to move back to safety. And, oh, man. That's going to be another one. Blaze?
How's it going, man?
Hey, welcome back. Or maybe it was me, but still. Glad you're back with me. I got lonely.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
TP temp.
Dire's
structures
are fortified.
On the rose, it's getting all these.
Blaze, you're breaking up. You're breaking up. Oh no! Blitz, he's in trouble. He's gonna get flame broken. It's gonna be a solo kill for the Batrider, maybe, just maybe. We'll check out the other fight down bottom. Ice Blast flies through, hits Corey. Down goes the Morphling. Slicks with a Sonic Wave. Does a lot of damage, but can't find any kills out of it. It will be a 2-for-0 following the kill onto Purge. And now, can Slicks mount the retreat? Looks like he'll be okay. Still doesn't have the Aghanim Scepter. And he'll be all right. All right, Blaze. Maybe you're back with us.
No,
you're
I'm not sure.
You're coming in and out here. Let's see. Try call me. Yes, let's try that. Either way, still another disastrous fight is Invasion. They make it happen. They've got the skills to pay the bills here. Hello, hello.
Hey, is it any better?
Yeah, much better.
Cool, cool. And on you, or I'll be able to get this game here. This is a really tough situation for Zephyr. Like, they're being pressed in by the Shadow Blade. Slicks is essentially just wanting to have on cooldown. No.
Oh no.
Corey, he's
caught again. The Ice Blast. There's just nothing he can do. He'll keep. Oh god. Corey goes down. In comes Aosin. He'll hit with a dunk. Does some decent damage, but they just can't secure any kills. Now Aosin, he's on the back foot. Purge will live, but with very few hit points to spare. Invasion now moving into the high ground. No glyph available for Zephyr. And this could be the beginning of the end here. They can very well break this tier 3 tower, even without their Dragonite, who is their big sieger. Doesn't have his ultimate available anyway. And they'll just keep chipping down at it. Razor has his Aghanims up. Ultimate will be cooling down in about 10 seconds, but they don't even really need it. And tier 3 tower will stay standing at least for now. Morphling up in about 2 seconds. Down she goes. Rubik will finish it off. And Slicks will be the one with the Aghanim Scepter in the front lines. Found his level 11. Now, stolen Stampede from the Rubik. They'll press forward. The Shadow Blade Ketchik Imba goes in on the Slicks. Ice Blast to follow up. Slicks, no way to survive. Now on the back side of the fight, FCFZ uses the ultimate. And still a long time before that glyph cools down. Invasion. Chopping through the bottom lane of Barracks, and Zephyr really on the last leg here. The life support is online, and soon they may need to pull the plug. Melee Rack still standing, but for how long is a totally different question. Blitz will find himself a Blink Dagger. Now Corey gets stunned up. FCFZ coming in, stealing some of that armor. Purge doing what he can, but the Plasma Field alone nearly taking him down. Blitz goes in with the Blink Dagger, gets jumped on right away. They'll lose their Ancient Apparition, but that's about it for now. Aosin in big trouble. That's it. GG. They'll pause, but, well, I'm not sure why he paused, but GG is called 19 minutes in, and honestly, not a moment too soon. 14,000 gold, 10,000 experience. It is a bloody disaster. Onage is right, Mr. Announcer, as Invasion just completely dominate. Oh, my. I'm not sure what else to say about that one, folks. We had 3 heroes with perfect scores on the side of Invasion. Feeder Ketchik here, 5, 4, and 7. Just kidding. Slicks giving him a run for his money, living up to the hype on that professional Han player now switching to Dota. He was the only one with any kills on the side of Zephyr. 5, 0, and 3, did everything he could. I said 5, 0, and 3. 5, 3, and 0. But unfortunately, it just wasn't enough. Blitz couldn't find any momentum in the bottom lane, and it'll be a quick game, too, for our second game of the night. Thank you so much for joining us, folks. Certainly appreciate it. I'm Zayori. With me was Blaze before he crapped out here connection-wise. Not sure if it's me or him, but glad you all could join us anyhow. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, @ZayoriTV, @BlazeCasting, and @Beyond the Summit to stay up to date with all things here in the studio. Until next time, guys, we'll see you tomorrow for more Summit 2 by G2A.com for the SEA region.